Welcome back to Sir Valor Sax, everybody. Today, I want to talk about something that's very important that deals with sound on the saxophone. I just recently finished my saxophone sound development book, so I'm focusing a lot of these videos on what is essentially the biggest questions that I get from all of you that tune in and watch my videos. How do I develop my sound, or how do I develop my tone? Today, we're not going to focus so much on the difference between jazz and classical, but I want to focus on something that I feel lies somewhere in the middle, which is a name that I've coined. I just call it concert saxophone. It's kind of not quite jazz, not quite classical, but it just has this unique type of blended sound that works beautifully with an orchestra, or specifically that sound works really well with that instrumentation. My favorite TV theme song that features the saxophone is a British show called Poirot. It's French, I guess, but it's British, kind of like Jean-Luc Picard or something. Agatha Christie's Poirot. To my knowledge, we never got this show in the United States, but apparently it was pretty big in England, Europe. So this theme features the alto sax, which I'm going to play today for this example, but I want to play a little bit of this for you. Because I can't play the original, I want to try and play it very similar to the original, and there's certain things that differentiate it from classical and jazz. And I want to kind of point out these things for you right now. Okay, so one of the things that really separates this from sounding classical or jazz is the use of vibrato. In a situation like this, with this song, this is being played more like a brass instrument and less like a woodwind or a vocal instrument in how the vibrato is used. That opening lick, there's vibrato on that first one, but then it's punchy like a brass instrument. And notice the slight decrescendo that gives it some shape when we're not using vibrato. And then it's played with a lot less inflections or something, a lot less ornamentation that you would get from smooth jazz. And then listen to the low B natural. What we don't have is this subtone. Normally, if I were just reading this, I would play this something like. Subtoning on that low B natural. I don't know how much of this I can get away with playing, but I'm just going to stick with about that much. I love this thing. I'm probably going to wind up doing my own arrangement, the same way you guys have heard me do the Mussorgsky and Star Trek and some of the other stuff that I do on here. The Foray, that's another popular one that people like. I'll probably do something with this one, just kind of jazz it up a bit. And I really want to play it on tenor, mix up some flute and some clarinet on there. One of the biggest things that we can learn from this type of concert style is, number one, understanding the style of music that you're playing. One of my favorite scores of all time come from a Disney movie called The Kid. This movie is a straight up love letter to saxophone players as far as the score goes, because it features prominently the soprano and the alto. There's some tenor in there. It's real nice sax section stuff in this type of concert sound. And I wish I could play that one for you, but be sure to check that out. I think they have the soundtrack available on YouTube. I think it's a really cute movie. It's basically some type of time travel Disney thing with Bruce Willis and Trevor Spencer something. Let me try this on tenor and hear what that sounds like. Okay, maybe I'm definitely going to work some flute into that thing. If I'm going to do a type of analysis on how to get that sound, I'm going to go to those core elements that I describe in my book and list down what it is that's being done with the way this song is being played. So the tone is similar to that of classical. It's like a bright type of classical sound. And with the vibrato, it's very, very light. There is some vibrato that's there, but this instrument is being played in a much more punchy type of way, like a brass instrument. But dynamics are everything. And one of the things that really sells the dynamics is quite simply the orchestration that this instrument is being played with, because I have probably a 30 to 40 piece orchestra, so I can really make really good use of dynamics. And usually when the line ascends, we are playing with this more pronounced type of dynamic intensity. On the jazz side, there's this lick that I play all the time. It's a tritone lick. So in this song, that lick is in there. It's At any rate, I just wanted to point that out. As far as articulation goes, it is very punchy. There's a very pronounced attack. The sustain notes have a type of swell, and the decay is a nice little taper off into that. You do that with this song, and you have a very nice path to being able to slot in between that jazz and the classical sound. So really good tune. This is definitely one that you should like even bust out on a gig. And I really am looking forward to doing some type of arrangement of this song. So as I mentioned before, ladies and gentlemen, I do have my digital books that are available. I got my All Things Diminished book here. I even put in some bonus Altissimo fingerings for the diminished scales in that book. I have my Altissimo book for alto saxophone. I have my Altissimo book for tenor saxophone. And of course, I have my Sorella Sax Saxophone Sound Development book that I just finished that is available as a digital purchase on PayHip. If you like this kind of content, ladies and gentlemen, and you want to help support the channel, you can buy me a piece of cake. It's like a Kickstarter, Patreon type of thing. Any little bit really does help a lot. I also do have an affiliate link with Woodwind Brasswind, and they are running some fantastic sales. Black Friday is coming earlier every year. Who knows? Next year, Black Friday might start in February. But at any rate, if you are a fan of Kyleworth, they are running some really nice discounts, up to 15% off on some of the top of the line horns. Usually when it's like the top stuff, you get points or something like that. But on Woodwind Brasswind now, feel free to browse through there. If Kyleworth is your favorite saxophones, check that out. Also have an Amazon affiliate link if you like little shirts like this, band, geek, stuff like this. And also I have my sax nightlight here. They have this with a remote control also, and I got my favorite saxophone mug ever. That's just right there. You guys can check that out on Amazon with the link that is below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. See you!